Codename Chamber. It's been in development for a couple of years now. We're talking story expansion, a more cinematic design, and a brand new look for Billy Coen. This could be the next RE0 remake coming in 2028. And hey, this time the rumors aren't coming from Dusk Golem. Want all the details? Then hit that subscribe button and don't miss this new video. Let's get started.
We've got some fresh rumors about a possible RE0 remake that Capcom has supposedly been working on for a couple of years now. And this time, the info doesn't come from the well-known insider Dusk Golem, but from MP First, a site that specializes in gaming leaks and industry rumors. For those who don't know them, MP First has been covering gaming news and leaks for several years, and they're generally seen as a fairly credible source when it comes to this kind of stuff. That said, as I always tell you guys, until Capcom officially confirms it, we've got to treat this as just rumors, purely for informational and entertainment purposes. Now, MP First claims they can confirm what Dusk Golem mentioned months ago, that an RE0 remake is real and currently in development. They've also shared some new details about the project, including changes to the story, the cast, and some general info about its development.
According to sources from this outlet, the project has been in development for a few years now under the codename Chamber, which is supposedly a direct reference to the main character of the story, Rebecca Chambers. Honestly, I've got to say that sounded really weird to me when I read it because that codename feels way too obvious and not subtle at all. It doesn't quite match Capcom's usual way of doing things. So yeah, as always, take these rumors with a grain of salt. Apparently, voice acting and motion capture for the main characters, including Rebecca and Billy, reportedly started sometime in 2024, and one of the most notable names in the new cast would be John McClaren, known for playing Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy game from 2021, as well as for his roles in Far Cry 5. MP First mentioned that on the actor's resume, Project Chamber appears as a AAA video game project where he's listed as a lead role. On top of that, the game is said to be in development with Beyond Capture Studios, a motion capture company that has previously worked with Capcom on games like Resident Evil 4 Remake and Street Fighter 6.
The report speculates that because of the importance of his role, McClaren could actually be the new face of Billy Coen, the co-protagonist of the original game alongside Star's rookie Rebecca Chambers. As for the story, the remake is expected to expand on the original events, although the main plot would remain mostly intact. MP First gave an example of these possible changes, and heads up, this could be a spoiler, so you've been warned in case you'd rather avoid those story details. Apparently in the remake, some characters will get expanded backstories, and one of those new storylines would focus on the opening section of the game set aboard the Ecliptic Express, this time focusing specifically on the train conductor. In the original game, this character didn't have a significant role, but in the remake, he'd supposedly play a slightly more important part. One of the new scenes reportedly involves this character asking Rebecca for help to stop the train from speeding up, but in a twist, he betrays her, locking her in with a group of zombies so he can make his escape. Apparently, we wouldn't see him again until a later section of the game, where Rebecca would find him interacting with another mysterious and unnamed character, who seems to know what's going on, and clearly plays an important role in the story, possibly a villain with some kind of connection to Umbrella or Wesker. It looks like we'll be seeing new story elements like this that weren't part of the original game, which is why the remake is expected to have a more cinematic structure in how the story unfolds. The report says that, even though they have more details, for now they're holding back additional info to avoid further spoilers. MP First also referenced Dusk Golem's previous statements, which suggested that the Code Veronica remake would release first, probably in the first quarter of 2027, while the Zero remake would follow in 2028. Remember, according to Golem, the RE0 remake has gone through major development changes since 2022 because the game needed a lot of restructuring, though not a full reboot. Apparently, the project has been handled by both Capcom Dev 1 and M2, who seem to be the main developers. So basically, Capcom's been reworking the game for about 3 years, and the company reportedly wants to have it ready as their big flagship release for 2028. So, what do you guys think? For now, these are still just rumors, but this recent report from MP First adds to the ones from Dusk Golem and the earlier reports from VGC, all pointing toward these Resident Evil remakes being in development.
There's no guarantee this report is legit, but it does seem to line up with previous leaks, so it doesn't hurt to keep it in mind. Ideally, though, we'll start getting some official hints soon about the future of the franchise, especially with the 30th anniversary celebrations coming up in 2026. What do you think, guys? Do you believe this remake is actually in development? And if it's real, do you think Capcom will be able to expand the story in a way that better represents the origins of the series? Personally, I really hope so, because I always felt the original left a lot to be desired in that department. But tell me what you think about all these rumors down in the comments. That's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video and the info. Thanks so much for watching, and don't leave without subscribing to the channel, dropping a like, and sharing your thoughts. Take care, everyone, and see you in the next one.